Tonight, a Contact 7 investigation is raising eyebrows about a program designed to rehabilitate inmates inside Colorado prisons.
But tonight, as Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski shows us, the controversy centers on criminals becoming stars.
On stage,
thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
she's an actress.
Merry Christmas.
A star. Behind bars, she's a convicted criminal, a prisoner serving 42 years for second-degree murder. On stage, he's an actor, a star. Behind bars, he's a criminal, a prisoner serving a life sentence. He's responsible for at least 2 murders.
We provide opportunities for redemption, repentance, and hope.
The Colorado Department of Corrections uses words like providing purpose, historic, and groundbreaking in proudly touting a program turning male and female prisoners into traveling performers.
We are asking the question about what we really think about second chances and redemption and mercy and healing.
She's the play's director. The prison acting program is her program.
And I would just really invite people to open up their minds to what's happening and to the transformation that's happening within the Department of Corrections.
Our goal is to make Colorado safer by the people who are incarcerated.
He's the director of Colorado's Department of Corrections. He's spending more than $400,000 to fund the inmate actor program that includes 10 state prisons.
And since 95% of them are coming home, I think it behooves us to take care of what we do behind the walls.
It's just not right.
Amy Mund is a victim of a crime.
It kills me, and it's re-victimizing me and making it seem that my sister's life didn't matter.
Asking to remain in silhouette because she doesn't want to allow her attacker the satisfaction of ever seeing her face again.
He's in a play and he's becoming a star. He killed 2 people. And he attacked me.
The criminal she's talking about is officially known as inmate 92178, Christopher Shetsky.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, he killed me too, because I am not the person I was before that day at 4 o'clock.
She's talking about a day now 23 years ago when she walked into her Aurora apartment.
Noticed that there was a gentleman in my kitchen dressed in black with a knife in his hand. I mean, I was hogtied to a bed. My clothes were taken off. I was assaulted. I managed to get the gag out of my mouth and yelled for my sister. She didn't answer, and I knew something was wrong.
Christopher Shetsky agreed to a plea of life in prison without the possibility of parole for murdering Amy's sister, Karen Mund, on that afternoon in 1996.
He's a sick bastard. And what he did to my family and to me was devastating.
Now, more than 2 decades later, Shetsky landed a leading role in the recent play One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, leaving his prison cell and riding a bus to prisons all around Colorado.
I mean, prison is starting to look glamorous. It's a prison, it's a punishment. And it's not being portrayed that way.
This is ridiculous.
District Attorney George Brockler got involved after Amy called his office questioning how her attacker could leave his cell for a stage in the name of rehabilitation.
We're talking about long-term convicted felons because they've committed some of the most egregious violent acts in our state. Why are we worried about whether they find joy in acting?
And that's why this DA and this crime victim want the Department of Corrections to change its policy to prevent inmates serving life sentences from turning their punishment into applause. And also asking the state to notify victims when the inmates responsible for their crimes are out of prison and on the roads.
Truly, tonight, we're making history.
Prison Director Dean Williams clearly believes plays like this are changing his prison system, but he declined requests to remove the most dangerous criminals from performing. He also declined our request for a follow-up interview to address Amy's call for victim notification. She simply wants to know when convicted killer Christopher Shetsky is in a bus and on a road near her.
Isn't there something else we can do that might be a little more victim sensitive than to cut these people loose to hear applause and rave reviews about how great they are and great this is? maybe there needs to be a little more time for self-reflection on the violence and the evil that they've inflicted on other people.
He was sentenced to 2 terms for life without parole. He's not going to get out, so why do we need to be concerned so much about reforming him and giving him the opportunities to go out? He's not getting out. It's just not right.
So more now on Amy Munn's call for some victim notification. In a statement, Colorado's prisons claim they are following current law. Translation for you, they turned down Amy's request. EOC explained in part the reason why criminals facing life sentences are in place. Quote, "We know that idleness, lack of purpose, and starkness behind the walls makes for inhumane and unsafe prisons." More specifically, on the request to remove criminals convicted of murder and other serious crimes from the performances, the Department of Corrections gave us a non-answer answer. So no changes. Ann?
Fascinating, Tony. Thank you so much.